AmCham Slovenia presents AmCham Business Breakfast, Networking with Content. Today's topic is the state a good owner and manager of companies.
Right now is a tough time to be privatizing almost anywhere. The world economy is going through its ups and downs and is likely to do so for the foreseeable future. In this environment, a lot of investors say, okay, is Slovenia, is Central Europe, is Southeastern Europe core to our strategy? I think overall investors think very well of Slovenian companies and find a lot of good things to say about them, but it's a question of is it of strategic value to them?
As long as we have a state-owned companies, state is the one to manage. But state representatives are politicians, so by default all decisions they make are political ones. So there is a little bit of paradox in expecting to have state-owned companies responsibility on politicians, but then not having a political decisions. Whether the decisions are good or wrong should be judged, and what is missing in that process is basically responsibility.
The politics is representing interests, various interests, and therefore the politics is about not just representing, but also effectively implementing those interests. That can conflict with the business targets of corporations.
When you have the supervisory boards which are not independent and which are structured differently as they should be, for example, you see the same people all over the supervisory boards which may not have the same competency running, let's say, a consumer staples company or an energy sector company, then this is a worry. And this is especially a problem when there's an economic downturn. Then is when the losses resurface, and this is the cost to the state. Whereas for the private companies, if they do not run well, this is a problem for a private investor, not for the taxpayers.
Only long-term and stable owners are the one who can invest into the company, who can bring stability, who can calm the employees, and who can create the cultures that are contributing, that are creating and contributing to overall growth.
If these principles of good corporate governance are observed, then the state ownership has no difference. The main issue is when it comes to individual decisions, when there can be the various influences.
Having worked with SSH for 2 years, I can say, hand on the heart, that they do their very best to operate independently and in a transparent manner. It's not always possible for them, but they try.
It's difficult for them to be independent. Of course, you can write everything on the paper, but the first thing is that we'll see the results in later years on. So I do think it's important not just to wait for these results, but the government commits itself to further privatize some of the companies, and of course to improve the corporate governance in other companies that are run by the state.